Hey guys, what's up? Zach here. Today we are here with a brand new F1 2014 modded career mode video. Today it's the Austrian Grand Prix in the Red Bull Ring. Now this isn't the greatest track mod, it wasn't part of the 2013 track mod I already had, so it was not the greatest looking track in the world, but it's still the same track. So yeah, hopefully it's a good race here as we go up to turn 1. Looking to the inside, we're going to go there, we're going to try, no not, we're going to switch to the outside, even a bit too far on the outside to the grass. We're trying to look around the outside, but Ericsson gives us no space, we're all over the place, and all over the grass as well. Do we technically overtake 2 cars off the track? I suppose we do, but oh well, it's only a game and it's only 2 cars right at the back of the grid anyway. Going around the outside, or technically the inside of Bianchi, and also, who's that? Ericsson as well. Getting confused here, and there's a traffic jam here. I don't know who spun it. I think it was Ricardo. It was a Red Bull. I think it's Ricardo who spun it around. And Hamilton obviously down there as well. 21st position for Hamilton and 20th, 19th, whatever for me. And so 2 championship sort of contenders, myself and Hamilton, are right at the back of the grid. And it looks like it's going to be very hard for us to get points here today. Next on our list is Kamui Kobayashi, but we go and defend the inside, but Ericsson decides to be a bit cheeky and just go around the outside. So he manages to do that and get the position there, so we decided to go around the outside of him, but unfortunately for us we sort of run out of road. I was steering as much as I wanted to there, and I sort of just ended up in the gravel, but luckily enough I managed to get out of it without much sort of issues really. Lost about a second, and really this first lap is a lot of trial and error. We're all over the place really, and I didn't actually do a practice race for this one, so the driving in this is not as good as some of the other videos, so I'm sorry about that, but really it should be interesting to see me make some mistakes along the way. I suppose makes it a little bit different from some of the other episodes where it all just goes too cleanly and I just get good results. So yeah, now still behind the Caterham, both Caterhams actually. Ericsson actually made a good start and really made up a good couple of positions there. And it looks like we've got a yellow flag at this corner again. What is happening here? We're going off the track, trying to get around the outside of Kobayashi, but he's just not giving us any room. And we have to run over the AstroTurf on the outside, which is unfortunate. Loses a couple of positions, and we're looking at where do we go down the inside. We go a bit too deep into the corner, braking a bit too late. As I sort of hit Raikkonen there, I decided to just give him the position back there. I thought it was a bit of an illegitimate pass on him, so I decided to give him the position back. We're going right on the attack straight away though. Round the outside of Raikkonen. It's a little bit hesitant to try and go around the outside there, as I wasn't sure exactly what Raikkonen was going to be doing there. And we make us another slight mistake, slightly running over the grass and the curbing there. Raikkonen taking a different line, actually slightly hitting the back of us there, but it doesn't matter too much. Luckily, no accidents or anything. And once again, a mistake in the penultimate turn there, which ends up going into the last turn as well. But Raikkonen gets past, but we managed to get back past on the exit, and we're sort of being a bit aggressive with our defensive measures there. We got a good run off the final corner, I assume, because we took so much more speed into it, because obviously we came off the track. So yeah, overall not exactly the cleanest first couple of laps here, but not too bad whatsoever in all honesty. And we're just going to go on the attack now of Magnussen, Hulkenberg, Kvyat, the people that are right in front of us really here. I broke very early for the corner here. This is not really a hairpin, and there's sort of carnage, whatever it is. Maldonado, I think that's Chilton actually. Chilton I think started it, Maldonado got involved, and we're up to 13th position there, and Hamilton somehow, I don't know how he does it, but he's up to 15th place. I don't know why, but the guy that made this mod seems to really have liked Hamilton or something, because he does very good. But we make another mistake. It's really unfortunate, and that's a very weird pass from Hamilton all over the grass. I think that's definitely an illegal overtake, but he's not going to be giving up the position because he's an AI. Anyway, let's skip ahead. We're on the back of Hamilton once again. And I think it's this turn, it's always one turn with the AI go a bit weird, because we make a bit of contact there with Hamilton as we're a full lock through that turn, and I just still couldn't avoid Hamilton, who just literally slammed on the brakes. So that's unfortunate, but 10th position isn't too bad whatsoever. Now got Kvyat, Button, Suttel, and this is the corner. I think if a lot of cars try and go into it like very close, it just causes carnage, which is unfortunate. But it does make the racing exciting in a way, because it means that there's actually AI accidents, and you know, AI are making mistakes. And I think this was a pretty amazing move down the inside of Kvyat there. I'm not sure whether my front wheel went slightly inside his front wing, so I'm not too sure about that. The damage wasn't up to 100%. I don't know whether if it wasn't 100%. I don't know whether it actually took off his front wing, or I don't even know that they got punctures in this game. But it would have been interesting to see. We make another mistake going wide. And Kvyat doesn't leave us any room. We can't just disappear, Daniel. But yeah, overall a bit of a weird couple of corners there, but overall not too bad. It wasn't like he slammed us off the track and we were in the gravel and stuck. But I'm actually impressed with Kvyat in 2014. He's done really good. I mean, I know one or two races where was it Vern has got points. He's got really big points. For example, look back at Singapore where he got what, 6th place, I think. Best result of his F1 career, as we try and look at the inside of Kvyat there. But yeah, Kvyat overall I think has been a lot more consistently faster than Vern, and at the end of the day, if they had to get either one of the drivers, it had to be Vern, because he's just been there for 3 years, hasn't ever done really that much amazing stuff, but maybe that 6th place in Singapore will help him out for his future next year. I'm not sure what's happening here. I'm not sure whether it's Suttle or Button that made a mistake there, and we've just somehow crawled our way up to 7th place here out of all the mayhem that has been going on in this race. But anyway, Toro Rosso, interested in next year what Max Verstappen actually ends up doing. Hopefully he doesn't end up being bad, but who knows what's going to happen. It's Formula 1, crazy stuff happens. Maybe he'll even outperform Kvyat. Remember, Kvyat was only a teenager at the start of this year and he's done on really, really well. So now just braking to try and look around Rosberg here and Alonso. This would put us up into the top 5. We got past Rosberg. Top 4 we got past Alonso, and Grosjean currently in 3rd position there. I think that's fighting driver 1 or driver 2 for the 2nd place, and actually Bottas, I can reveal to everyone, he's actually leading this race. He hasn't scored many points this season, Bottas, but this win would definitely help him into the top 10 of the championship if he can keep on to it. And you can see at the bottom of your screen he's got a quite big lead. At the bottom of your screen you can just sort of see the AI numbers or what position they're in, and you can just sort of see the gaps. And obviously every time they go to the left hand side, that's when they start a new lap, as you'll see with us right now. So we're going on the attack of Rosberg and Alonso here. What we're going to be like into turn 1, we're going to brake very late and manage to get past both of them. Grosjean's actually ended up getting past driver 1 as well, so Grosjean on course for some more solid points, which is what he wants, considering he's had a pretty up and down season. He's had some good results but also some bad results, which has really sort of put his season a bit weird in terms of the points. He's like sometimes been like 3rd or whatever, and sometimes been like 20th. So anyway, trying to get past driver 1 there, but he got much better grip off the turn. So unfortunately for us, that means we are stuck behind him for now, but we're going to be late on the brakes down the inside, a bit too late on the brakes as we go into the gravel, which I don't know why is literally just brought me to a stop, and I had to get it to neutral, rev it up, then put it into first to actually get it out the gravel pit. And that was really frustrating and not ideal, but what do you do? It's just an accident, my fault. You know, it's good to actually have the gravel actually affecting you in a way, maybe not bringing you to an entire stop, but that's what its intended purpose is to be, is to stop people get involved in even bigger accidents, you know, crashing into walls and stuff. So at the end I can't be annoyed, I made a mistake, and that's just what you happen to have sometimes. You get involved in the gravel, and yeah. So now we've got Hamilton on the attack, and a bit of wheel banging there, but nothing dissimilar to what the AI was doing to me earlier. So a little bit aggressive from me, but I knew I had nothing to lose here. You can see a couple of people retired in the pit lane there. So yeah, I had nothing to lose, and I was like, I've got to go maximum attack on this final lap, and trying to go a bit too fast into turn 1 there, sorry, and making just a big mistake, going all over the place, sideways all over the place, and it just meant we had no momentum onto the straight. So 10th place, currently a point, Hamilton behind, wouldn't score any with 11th, and now we can see Button, Massa, Suttle, all right in front of us here. We're all getting all over the place. We're just trying a bit too hard here. We're trying to outperform the car, which, you know, sometimes is not good. You can try and do it. If you do it well, it's good. You get extra points and stuff. But when you try and outperform it and it goes wrong, which looks like we know, locking up, out braking ourselves, it's just spiraling downhill in that way. So that's bad. So we're just trying to get onto the back of Button here. And if we can get past him, maybe that's good. Just one extra point, yes, but that could be all that we need at the end of the season, I should say. That's a better way of wording it. So can we get past them? Well, there's 0.6 of a second. It might be a bit of a last gasp effort here as we try a bit too hard here, going a bit too fast off the track, but we just keep our foot in and sort of throw it back onto the track there, as Button actually makes the mistake of going over the sausage curb on the inside, which actually lost him out on the 9th position there. In all honesty, I didn't really deserve that, and you can just see, yeah, that was obviously, yeah, yeah. Anyway, so overall, not a bad race whatsoever. It was definitely fun to race in, and hopefully you guys enjoyed the racing. Having no experience myself of racing this track in the cars before, I just put it on the sort of average difficulty that I've had this season, and yeah, hopefully it was an enjoyable race. And obviously that crash at the end was totally not on purpose. Anyway, here are the top 10 driver standings. Definitely the extra point that I got at the end will help us in our championship fight with Hamilton there. So we're now on 87 points, Hamilton 81, then Bianchi in third on 58, and Gutierrez, Magnussen, Rosberg, Chilton, driver ones into the top 10 now, and then Grosjean and Bottas are your top 10 currently. So quite a big gap. You can see 55 points separating first and 10th, which is a pretty big gap in all honesty. But really the big gap really is between Hamilton and Bianchi, which is what, 23 points. So we'll see what happens. Can be interesting. Tune in next time for another episode. I think, is it the British Grand Prix next? I think it is. So that's pretty good. My home race. Let's see what we can do there. So that's it, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Hopefully you have enjoyed the video. And until next time, it's been Max Man here.